Higdon Outdoors Television is brought to you by HEVI-SHOT, the industry leader in performance shot shell ammunition. Tetra, hear the hunt. Eukanuba, the official dog food of Higdon Outdoors. Momarsh, hunt hard, hide easy.
It's been a super dry summer. We have been low on water, low on ducks, and we got really lucky and we're getting like the perfect flood the day before duck season, which is awesome. The only issue being the road to get to our 420-acre tract is impassable. So we're trying to figure out what our approach and workaround and how we're gonna get to go duck hunting somewhere on opening day. It may get too deep to cross because there's a couple wetlands through there, so we might not be able to get across there. Oh. Heaven might be our best bet. In the next 12 hours could be totally different, but we'll at least lay some eyes on it and see what it looks like in the morning. But I'm definitely not planning on taking a vehicle up to Locust Grove. I'd say that's gonna be pretty unlikely, which means big walk or talk about life and drink coffee.
So what you're saying, it's liable to be all underwater in the morning.
That's my guess.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm with you.
I think our best thing to do is go back to the house, gumbo early, let it all marinate, go to bed early, get up, check the water, and make a plan, which may include bacon and coffee and a bunch of stories about the good old days.
It's about all we can do, man.
Well, one thing's for sure, Mother Nature's in charge.
Yep.
Time for a highball. Highball and pontification.
I made this hat for Ira from scratch. Call it the captain's hat. I guarantee he's gonna love it. What do you think of this, Ira? We call it the captain's hat.
Captain's hat.
The captain's hat. Ira's the captain now.
Well, we'll get this gumbo rolling.
Look at that stuff. If I was in Louisiana, I would question what's in this.
But you,
It's legit.
It smells good.
all right, another little shot. Probably gonna take most of that, but okay.
Gonna help.
I think that's gonna end up being about right. My mom says too much water is a guaranteed way to mess up your bread.
And your hunt.
Well, sometimes, but they call them waterfowl for a reason. We call this Syrian bread.
I don't care what you call it, it's good.
Some people say it's like falafel, or I don't know, it's like a flat bread. It's good, I know that. My grandpa was 100% Lebanese. His parents were immigrants. And so that's where this came from.
I've tried everything with gumbo. On a cracker with rice, potato salad. You even taught me about the sriracha on top.
This is it. This is a gumbo game changer.
So it's kind of cold in the house, so we'll put it on proof, stick it in there, let it rise. When it rises, we'll take it out, grease up some cookie sheets, make it into balls, throw it on there, let it rise again, into the oven. Put your rice in there. You know how you measure it? 1 knuckle. See, I need a little more water. It's not quite up to a knuckle. That's about a knuckle. We'll see how we do. It's not very scientific, but I like it. And then this, who knows? I have no idea how much roux's in there, any of that, but smells good. Sausage 3 ways. Andouille, kibasi, and Texas deer sausage. No duck yet. We'll fix that tomorrow.
Phenom.
We're gonna have to walk into heaven.
Your puppy only gets one start to set the foundation for a lifetime of performance at your side. Fuel growth and activity, support digestive health, and give him a training edge to one day flush, point, track, retrieve. So when the gear comes out, he'll be ready. Make every milestone count with game-changing puppy fuel. Eukanuba Premium Performance Puppy Pro.
Normally I don't hear my alarm go off opening day. Normally I'm up well before it, but when it does go off, it's grab the dog, grab the boots, get your shotgun.
I'll never sleep in. There's no way. If it's an opening weekend and I'm here, I'm gonna go. It's chaotic most of the time. Something always goes wrong.
This year, when you throw a flood in the mix coming up here to ours, you throw everything out the window. The playbook that you've been thinking about all summer is gone. And the normal pass in to get to where you're wanting to hunt are now underwater.
We're on private land, some of the best private land in the country, and we're still going back to our roots and walking in.
It's 100% back to the basics. Rule number 1 is you gotta be where the ducks wanna be.
Heaven was gonna be our only option. There were decoys there. We had a difficult way to get there, but it was a way to get there. It was really the only place that we could go and hunt, so.
In a perfect world at Heaven, we drive the truck up to the blind, throw everything out, versus the river came up 6 extra inches and we had to divert, go the opposite direction of the blind, go all the way around, then park, and then say, I think the blind's 200 yards that way, maybe. And it turns out it wasn't 200 yards that way, it was a lot further.
Even though it's a long walk, you just dig down deep and you go through that effort. It's opening day.
Four-wheel drive, yeah, we'll probably need that. Our challenge was mainly like getting around. Four-wheel drive first, then two-wheel drive. And I'm talking about this two-wheel drive. We're walking. Let's go. We took a long range ride around and a treacherous range ride down the levee. Oh, everybody in?
We're in.
Levee was a little hairy.
It's all part of the adventure.
Thought we were gonna flip that ranger a time or two, but we didn't. And then we had to cross some deep, swift water. Someone's going in.
And this is just a caution to a lot of people. Anytime you're going to cross something with current, you better be very careful. Face the current.
You know, the crew was all helping each other. You know, we were helping each other across the water and all that.
Oh, snap. And most importantly for us, we didn't cross it into an area where we couldn't grab a hold of something.
Or hopefully you get there when the ducks are showing up right after shooting time. And hopefully you get there dry.
But the undertow of that current, especially if you're turned kind of sideways with it, it can sweep your feet out from under you and it could turn a fun hunt into a dangerous situation.
It went from hunting at a country club to feeling like you're hunting flooded timber in Arkansas. I mean, really quickly, it gets tough.
As we're going through there, to be honest with you, there are second doubts in my mind of, I don't know if we're gonna be able to cross this creek. You know, there's a lot of current coming through here.
Woo, she deep.
But anticipation for opening day, a lot of times reality's out the window and you just go and you make it work. We made it.
Pass that tree, you don't have a drop.
Well, we're heading off into the darkness, hopefully in a westerly direction. I was 80% certain that we would be able to get there. Hopefully we're going in a pretty straight line.
I feel like we're going in a circle.
It can be really challenging trying to find where you want to be in the dark.
It's a lot of unknowns. I mean, of course, I'm trying to get, my north, south, east, and west, looking up at the stars and find out where I'm at. I feel like we came from that way.
Where's the sun at? Right there? I'm not sure we're going in a straight line.
If we make it there, it's going to be all worth it. Just one duck.
We need to go that way.
Okay. This is money.
We're going right over there.
Going in that morning, there was a lot of question marks in my head, but as the more we started going and looking at it on action, like, we could do this.
It feels like home. This is pretty much every day of my life. We go walking through stuff like this. I mean, for a duck hunter, it is nothing to go walk in, you know, a mile or two to go hunt a spot. And
It's not the first thing that's on the front of any duck hunter's mind. The walk does not matter. It's what's about to come that matters.
Sometimes reality gets thrown out the window, and what seems like an easy task, oh, we can walk that mile, or we can go that 2 miles, we can get up at 2 a.m. You know, the older you get, you look back at those lessons in life, you're like, man, that's crazy. I go out there to do that for 6 ducks.
You know, you look up and you just see those people walking in front of you, and you know, really no matter where you're gonna end up, something fun's gonna happen. But it just brings back tons of memories as a kid.
I had nothing when I was a kid. I had a shotgun. I didn't have a decoy. I didn't have a duck call. So my brother and I would ride our bicycles out there with guns and just lay on our backs like we'd get close to a goose feed and just lay there and hope something flew by, and it usually did. Like for us to get a bird or two, it was like a huge accomplishment. I mean, it was like shooting a Boone and Crockett buck. We were so proud. We really had to work at just getting anything. We didn't have phones. We didn't have computers. We weren't allowed to watch TV. And so we were either gonna ride a bicycle or throw pecans at each other, or we're gonna go try to kill a duck. I mean, what sounds more fun to anyone, you know? It didn't matter how hard it was, that was what we were gonna go do. And
at one point, we were all, you know, kids and doing those things to chase these ducks. And even though as crazy as it sounds, the older we get, we still do kind of some crazy things as well, like a long hike across some rapids and just to get into the hole that they call heaven.
Heaven. I smell heaven.
We're on a path, boys. We're here. We made it.
Well, here we are.
After waking up at 4 a.m. in the freezing cold of opening day, when that first bird locks up in the decoys, you better be packing heavy bismuth. In the waterfowl world, density is the name of the game, and bismuth is 22% more dense than steel. That means cleaner kills and less work for you and your dog. Heavy bismuth has a softer shot that's safer for older fixed choke and classic double shotguns. So when those birds light in front of you, give them the bismuth.
Get him. Get him, get him, get him. Oh, got out.
I thought I had it. I don't know how the heck I didn't kill that thing. It was wrong flavor, that's why I missed. It wasn't a Drake.
subconsciously, you really didn't want to shoot it.
I don't know what this captain hat's all cracked. It's cracked up to be, I mean.
I just found a hat. We had some samples, and then I just made it for Ira. He's the captain now.
Might have to switch back to old style Momarsh hat tomorrow.
We're gonna shoot him, okay? One on the lottery.
Right up top, right up top.
Better get him. All right.
Max.
Nice.
That felt right.
That was the right variety.
You know, I switched chokes first thing this morning to a cylinder. Then I wish I had that modified still in. I didn't see him until the end. You know, normally
There
I
were
shot
4
him first.
Drakes, all Drakes.
Okay.
Yeah, they wanted down in here.
Yeah. If we'd just hung for 2 more seconds, we would have had them. But that's all right. We got a couple.
These birds will circle and circle and circle with no sun in here. Can't give up on them. Just try and bring them below these trees. When they finally do it like that, it's pretty.
It was pretty.
It's like a merry-go-round once they get in here and just start going around in circles.
Captain hat, I don't know, I might change my tune on the captain hat here. See what happens. Get him.
Kill him?
Get him.
Max,
That Drake's up on the bank walking.
We hit him with that That's how we do it.
That's how we do it. No, go back.
I love it. All the same in the pot.
That's right. You better go back.
That bird's heads up.
Oh yeah, he's on it though.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
You got it.
Ira, tell me about what you guys call bow here.
What we call what? Oh, Bo, the translator? Well, I mean, it's pretty obvious why we call him the translator. There's a lot of things we could call him. Crazy, nutty. Oh, but translator's better. Translator wannabe.
Just like you miss every shot you don't take.
Yes.
Every bird you don't call at is one you won't come in.
That's true.
I mean, I learned that from Kelly. Sponsored by ibuprofen and BC powder for headaches. We got a 2-man wood duck calling in here now.
That's right,
That's
buddy.
why we've been killing them this morning. We got everything going.
Through the years, I've learned a wood duck will swim to you quicker than flying to you.
What'd you just say?
I said, through the years, I've learned a wood duck will swim to you faster than flying.
I don't know, Kelly. I don't see how they're going to swim in here.
No, that's true.
You know what I think about a wood duck? You're way better off grabbing your gun than you are grabbing your call.
I agree.
Exactly right.
Because they can be gone in a hurry.
Yep.
Especially with Ira and I calling.
Carpenter. Chef. Coach. As a duck hunter, you play a lot of roles. And it's all for this one moment. This moment, right here. Higdon Outdoors, bringing ducks close and hunters closer together.
Here we go. Coming from the back,
Where'd they go?
Right side. Single come back. Watch this singles come back. Right over the back.
Get him! One in the hole, one in the hole. Get him.
Dadgummit.
Sorry, guys.
That flat light's little, I mean, they get down in here.
They book, yeah.
We get a little
Were
bit
those
more
two
light.
hens
than
up top,
it
though?
No, they were 3 drakes and a hen.
Okay.
3 drakes and a hen. It was pretty, though.
Man, that's pretty.
Yeah, sorry. That was a...
Hey, man, we're all a little jumpy. It's opening day. It's good.
Them other two, I figure, were bugging out just a little.
Well, they just didn't quite get low enough on that pass, you know. But this, you know, until that sun kind of gets in here, they get kind of right there, and it helps if you get back just a hair, you know.
You can see it, yeah.
But my chair was kind of stuck up there a little. I was kind of in my hole there.
Here's a veterinarian animal question for you, because I've always wondered this.
Okay.
How is their eyesight, so like for humans, if, let's just say we're at treetop, and that sun's so bright in our eyes, but then all of a sudden, if you get below it, it takes a few seconds for our eyes to adjust.
Right.
Would the ducks be the same way?
Sure, yeah. I mean, there's just one problem. I mean, all the ones I've ever had in my hand to ask have been dead, so they couldn't tell me. We made it. If the water had been 8 inches higher, we wouldn't have made it. Like, we would not have hunted opening day, and that would have been all right because we had tried our only option. I think that part of what builds a person into a passionate, lifelong hunter is the struggle and the lack of success. If it's too easy, I don't think that builds someone into a lifelong hunter. Like, I think that you can take it for granted.
Truth be known, those are the hunts that are memorable. The ones that are easy, the ranger rides, sometimes are forgotten.
I love it.
They couldn't tell me. I mean, I hunt heaven all the time. It's like, do I remember all my hunts there? No. But I remember that one just because it was unique, you know? So sometimes when things are tough, it's additive to your experience instead of taking away from your experience.
It was different because I got to see Kelly in a different light than I've seen him before, get to see Ira in a different light, and this is the type of stuff that I grew up doing, you know, and we're so blessed now to be able to hunt these cool places like this, but, you know, it brings up different stories of them talking about what they used to do, and I'm like, well, you know, maybe I'm not that crazy after all, because we all like to do it.
Get him, get him, get him.
Man, that looked good.